Welcome to the Business Spotlight podcast. We feature a lot of local businesses and businesses around the country that you might not know about. Today, we have our friend Kat. She is more than what I don't even want to even say on this one, but it is photographer, stylist, hairstylist, makeup artist, all the things you need to look good in front of the camera on a date, on a profile, on a dating site. So I have her live here in the studio. So she's going to introduce herself, tell a little bit about her background, where she's from, and how she got into the business she's in now, and how she's going to help you out. So thanks for showing up today.
Thanks, Mike, for having me here. My Russian name is Katya. I am actually from Moscow, Russia, with love, and been living in New York for 30 years. Now I'm here, splitting time between New York and Sarasota, Florida. My true passion is helping people feel good, therefore look good, and attract the right audience in their life, whether it's business or personal. I'm here to help you dress well, feel good about what you look like, what you do, what your passion is, and basically feel like yourself mostly, because that's what makes the difference in what we do and how we meet people. When you are well put together and you feel safe and calm and joyful, you relax and you become who you are. And when you are who you are, you attract the right people. And that is what my main mission is. So from the very beginning, when you are consulting, to the very end, I make sure that you get only the best of the best by providing advice and guidance on everything from style, makeup, posture, breathing, retouching, and even how to use your images properly when you post them. So looking forward to working with you whenever. Reach out whenever you want. The phone number is below. Thank you.
Well, the big question we're going to have for everyone is we want to look good and feel good. And usually that starts like in the morning, but let's go back to the night before. So just say, I'm going to make a decision tomorrow. I want to do a video for my business or even for personal. Is there something I should eat or avoid before I go to bed? What should I do before I go to bed so I can wake up completely refreshed? And then once you give me that answer, I'm going to ask you, how should the day go before the shoot? I do know that eating a bunch of fast food 11 o'clock at night and staying up with the extra coffee the day before a shoot, probably not the best thing to do, because I know you're going to have the big, fat, bloated salt face. You might get some pimples overnight. So tell us, I have a shoot tomorrow. What should I do the night before to start us there? And then once we wake up, we'll go from that schedule.
You just answered your own question, which was pretty awesome. So you're definitely savvy on what not to do. The truth is that even before you book your shoot, you should create, before you even eat or sleep or go out or whatever, you should book your shoot for something that's important, like your business or your dating. Not right next to or right after or right before your any other appointments. That's the number one advice I can give you, is never book your day solid and in between do a photo shoot. I mean, you can do that. Nobody can stop you. But my advice is don't. Create a space for yourself where you can be totally relaxed, you can be totally calm, and you don't have any place to rush, and you don't have to rush before you get there, so you're stressed out. So you're completely stress-free. Then when you have your session set up, you go to sleep knowing that tomorrow, it's always a little nervous energy, right? I mean, it's common, it's normal, it's natural. So before you do that, going out, alcohol, and sushi. I love sushi. I don't know if you do that too or not,
Yeah,
but
sushi
is soy sauce is a no. Unfortunately, right before your photo shoot, that is not your friend. Chicken wings, whatever else, anything that contains salt and lots of sugar is not your friend before your session. So if you can watch what you eat, and if you can get a restful night's sleep instead of partying all night, it is your photo shoot, it is your video shoot, it is your life, it is your business, it is your dating life. So it's all up to you. It's what you do is what echoes into eternity. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so
but truly,
that's
it
good.
reflects on the rest of your life somehow.
It probably is, because the internet is forever.
Yep.
So what I got, my recap is going to be good night's rest, but plan it out to make sure there's nothing else. So I guess if you are going to book
agenda,
a photo or video shoot, let's make sure that it's video and photo day, nothing else in there.
It's like your spa day, It's
Okay.
like it's a you day,
Yeah,
It's,
most people
it's a
didn't think about
VIP
that.
day for you. Yeah.
So I guess if you have a business too, I would maybe just close down for the day, or maybe do something after hours, so then you're relaxed. Now, does that count? So if I have a business day, I close at 5. Can I do it? Is it better to do a photo shoot at night when I'm less stressed, or just because I can't? Most people can't close down for the whole day. So what's your
Do it
recommendation?
on a weekend. Do it
Oh,
on a day.
weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do
We
it
have
on
a day
do it
off.
on a day when you're not scheduled to do something else. When there's not a tremendous effort that you have to exude, so you can just focus on showing up for yourself. It's an investment into your present and your future. And if you don't treat it as such, then the results will be by far less than what you expect. And you don't want that. You want to maximize. You want to maximize your budget. You're spending money. You're investing into something that creates a reflection of you out there into the world. And when you do that, that is what people will see, and they will feel a certain energy. If you're tired, they will feel it. If you're frustrated, if you're stressed, if you're angry, if you're, I don't know, if you're something else other than relaxed and peaceful, they will know just by looking at you. So make maximum effort of just being chilled, relaxed and focused on what you want people to know about you and your business, and so they can relate to you easily, and so they can desire a meeting with you, interaction with you, out of which you can derive a lot. Both parties can derive a lot from a peaceful, balanced interaction, based on rest and preparation, right?
Yes. All right. I know we had a conversation earlier. Let's talk about clothing. Now, you said comfort, meaning comfortable in your own body, in your own mind, versus comfortable, let me wear some leggings or some gym clothes. So let's go over let's go over your top 3 outfit choices for a professional photo shoot. Let's start with business first. Let's go professional business shoot. Let's talk about for women, business shoot, top 3 outfits I should wear.
I'm not like a lot of people who just shoot exactly what a client asks, so I try to kind of, unless person has been shooting a lot and they already know, and then they're just coming in and it's like one other shoot that they've done, and they just got their suit on and they gotta come in and out, which is not really how I shoot. So how I shoot is you come in your t-shirt and jeans, sometimes even barefoot, and then we shoot a couple of shots like that. So you are, you acclimate to this new space, to the lights, to me. You find a posture that's comfortable for you, and you start to relax slowly. It takes about, on average, 15 to 25 minutes for a person to just let go and surrender to what's happening, which is just, this is and I show them the picture, so they're like, oh, this is looking good, the light looks good, so they get more confident. Then you put on an outfit that is more appropriate for what you're doing. And it could be a casual business, and in that case, you're just yourself, you're wearing what you love, and that's cool. But if you are not a suit-wearing person and you need to wear a suit, previously to that, I would definitely wear something much more relaxing, something that is just, and even a suit. When you are looking for that suit, find the one that actually is super comfortable, because they actually make them now, They make them stretchy, they fit. You can do a karate chop in it, It's cool. It's just an effort. So prepare well, and then your outfit will not feel like a settle. My husband says, how does it feel? It feels like a settle. That's not what you want to wear. You want to wear something that actually feels good and it feels comfortable and you feel like $1 million in it, and that's what's going to sell.
Okay, I want to go back to the stretchy suit. I don't know about for the women, but I know for the guys, X suit, not an affiliate, but X suit it's made out of almost like the women's yoga pants material. So you got a suit, you can go around, and there's also all kinds of dress sneakers that look like shoes, but they're rubber bottoms and they're comfortable. So can you give the outfits now? So
whatever.
I know, yeah, right. So I know you talked about we're going to start with the jeans and t-shirts, but is there any specific type of look? I know when you're doing a model shoot, the comp card usually requires newscaster style. They require formal. So what 2 or 3? Again, we got the jeans t-shirt done. What other 2 outfits should a woman bring? And then we'll go back to the guys. What do the women bring?
I'll tell you what not to bring for a woman. If you have a dress hanging in your closet and it's been there and you bought it and it was like high fashion and it was like super sexy and you loved it, and you were in a dress and you were like, oh God, it's not like fitting perfect, but I'll get it anyway, and it's been sitting there and you haven't put it on, don't bring that dress to your photo shoot and don't shoot in it. No matter how awesome and her current it is, pick something that is incredibly comfortable, something that fits your body just right, something in which you can move easily, you can breathe, and the color that is, it has to, number one thing, it has to feel good. And if it doesn't feel good, don't wear it. Bottom line. That's it. Done and done.
Okay. It has to feel good. So I guess go to your top 2 or 3 clothing you wear,
Yep.
not the stuff in the back of the closet for that
Nope.
one day,
Nope.
or maybe you're having a good fitness day. Just let it go. Whatever's gonna be that comfortable day.
You want to feel comfortable and
So
attractive.
guys are usually easy. Guys simply have like 3 things anyway, and our colors are usually gonna be white, black, brown.
You'll be
maybe
surprised.
blue.
Brown. Please do not wear brown to your shoot.
Oh, don't wear brown to the shoot.
Yellow, brown, orange, very complicated colors. There are camera colors that the camera just doesn't love. Can they be shot? Definitely. Should you prefer them to others? No. I would suggest consulting with whoever it is you're photographing with or shooting videos with, or even image consultant, someone who can recommend something for you that is fabric-wise, color-wise, size-wise is appropriate for what you're doing, and that still feels really comfortable for you.
Now, how are you able to pull off the yellow?
It's super bright, so I'm creating a contrast by my hair being white. So if my hair was dark, I wouldn't be able to wear that color, and that's the sad thing. Therefore, I have to bleach my hair continuously to be able to get away with something that I also have. I look pale, but I actually do have a little color. Lipstick, all of these things go into this. Yeah, it has to be super bright, and it has to have a contrast. So yeah, I mean, if you have a lot of contrast going on naturally, then yeah, you can get away with things like that. But still, there are things that work better than others, and it depends on the case.
Okay, I'm gonna give this is the big debate. So I have a $1,500 Samsung phone, or I have a $1,500 iPhone, whatever number we're on now. Why do I need a professional besides the actual consultation and going through your image quality versus my $1,500 phone versus whatever you're shooting with? So let us know, what are you shooting with, and why is that different than maybe a high-end cell phone?
Well, to be honest, I mean, I am very low tech. That's what I am. I mean, I just have they're professional lights, but they're not, anything that is not affordable for someone. It's not the lights, and it's really not the camera. It's the energy. I mean, that is my thing. And I don't know, maybe it's different for other people. Yes, some lights are better than others, but the truth is that average person is not gonna be busy, so busy with oh, look at this glow in their eye, or that's not what people perceive when they see you. They feel your energy in your photograph, and in your video, they can hear you talk. So when you are actually being photographed, your energy has to speak for you more so than even in the video. Because in the video, they can hear the voice, they can see your facial expressions, but they cannot really see. They can see some of it in a photograph, but not hear you. So you have to make a little effort on being as much yourself as possible. Because if you are not being yourself, you will not attract people who are perfect for you, whether it's customers or people who would want to spend time with you personally. So my recommendation is the right professional will make you feel good from the first phone call you make. Like first time you hear their voice, I don't book anyone unless they talk to me on the phone. I don't book over email. You cannot make your own appointment. That's just me. I'm old fashioned. I don't know. I need to know that I can help you, because sometimes you can't help a person. They call you and they can't,
That is a big deal. Most people everyone wants to do automation and just have everything, through the internet, social, that instant gratification.
Yeah.
But you really should audit your photographer, your video person, just to make sure that you resonate with them and you can be friends and have a friendly environment. Because if it's awkward, it's going to show. Then you literally just wasted your money. So what happens in that process? So I decide, I look through your portfolio, I see the website, I make a call. Is it going to be a video call? Or just
Well, it could be
like a phone call?
This is last time I had it. I'll make a very simple example. A young man called me for a fashion portfolio. He's never shot before. He wants to try modeling. He called several times, and when I told him the price, he was a little bit like, "That's not what I want to spend." I'm like, "That's fine." I actually recommended him going for, free portfolios. There's lots of photographers who shoot for free, and you get I told him it'll be practice, it'll be great, but something in my voice and my expertise and my portfolio. He's like, but I see what you're doing. You sound just like you know what you're doing. So something about what I said was enticing for him. And what I liked is that after a while, he did a little research and he said, you know what, fine. I said, well, you'll get a lot more out of it than you expect. But you'll have to agree to work on this with me, because I can't be the only one producing this for you. So like the sold before photo shoot, getting some sleep, picking the right clothes. And yes, we did a video call during which we picked the right outfit. So whatever he had, most of it was oversized.
Uh-oh.
And we were not going to pin it because once you pin it, then you're not comfortable. So he went and got a few pieces of clothing which were perfect. I mean, he forgot some things because he went out the night before. He regretted that big time though. So that is what you like. It was an instant connection. It usually is. As soon as you talk to a person, your intuition tells you, my person, not my person. Trust them, not trust them. And if they feel like it's right, then good things will happen. Just good things will happen. That's my dynamic. And if I don't get that with a client, I politely excuse myself out of working with them because there must be someone else who can be perfect for them. And maybe it's not me, and that's okay. For each of us, there's someone who will deliver the best results.
Okay.
That's all I'm aiming for,
So since you are on this topic, can you give us some attributes of your perfect ideal customer, the person you love to work with? Describe them. Is it a male or female, age group, profession? Just let us know who that perfect person is so our watching audience can find that person for you.
My perfect client is someone, regardless of their orientation, is someone who cares enough to understand who they are, what they need, and who have room in their life and in their conscience to allow someone else to help them in the best way that they can. Someone who can appreciate the craftsmanship that goes into craftsmanship.
Perfect for English being not the first language.
That's
so
right.
there you go.
Someone who can appreciate the talent and the effort and all the skills that go into producing something valuable, something that will skyrocket your personality, your life, your business. It does happen. On average, my clients get, on a single image, once they post it, on average, they get 150 to 200 likes or responses, which is in one day. That happens in one day. Whether they're 86 or they're 20. So, I don't know.
It's a big age range, so 12 to 86.
Yeah, 12 to, well, I don't really shoot that many kids, but yeah.
So I know we have a LinkedIn professional. So I want to stay on the professional for a little bit before we go into the personal. Should I go on location to your studio? Should we go to my office where I'm in my professional environment? Or do you think somewhere third-party neutral outside? What's the recommendation for professional shoots?
It depends on what you need at the moment, right? Like if you're building a brand, I recommend a package, right? Where what you really need to kind of start with is a very clear, well-lit, friendly, professional, clean, approachable headshot where they can see clearly, they can see your face. They're on a screen that's about this big most of the time, right? Unless it's a computer and that's this big. But anyway, it's small and people will zoom in. They will zoom in just to get a feel of your personality. Business, definitely business too. I mean, they want to see, they want to feel what the vibe is that you give off, that's your headshot. So, and then your environment, what do you do? Are you a baker? Are you a videographer? Or are you a dancer? Are you, what is your environment? So yes, it would be great to come and produce something that reflects your passion for what you do, your purpose in life, what you give to others as a result of your production. So those two things are wonderful. And then outside, yes, for content on social media, it's wonderful to shoot on location near your business or near a client or a customer that enjoys what you produce. And even an interview with them, together, like, hey, why do you like what we make, or why do you like us? I mean, that basically gives people a well-rounded idea of what they're getting when they're getting in touch with you and why they should get in touch with you in the first place. So that's what I recommend.
Can you go over maybe one or two packages and a price range that someone could expect to get that nice professional business shot?
I can't. Prices are just, I don't.
Actually, it doesn't even matter because you have to make sure that you're getting along first and then we can go from there.
Right.
So on the personal side, I want to do a personal photo shoot specifically to maybe go find a husband or a wife, and it's going to be for dating. So again, should I do this in my home, outside or your
Outside,
studio? So outside.
100%. Yeah, and 100% of the shoots that I've done, not 100, let's say 99% of the shoots I've done for dating photography, which was completely like a surprise to me that I end up doing this type of photography. But it really helps to be outdoors because it's a natural light and people's perception is so different of when you're in a studio. Studio helps for certain things, definitely. People see that you took an effort to put yourself together, but you make the same effort, but you look a lot more natural. And you feel a lot more relaxed outside, unless you're, of course, in Times Square in a crowd or something which is not what we do. So
That'd be fun in a big,
yeah,
big crowd
it
shot.
could be fun. I could make it fun.
Okay, so now we have the newer photographers that are doing AI enhancement, which is for fun. I think people know that it's for fun. They make that cartoon image, but there are some people that are just changing out the backgrounds in AI. So you said you're really non-tech. So how much AI is involved in your editing process?
At this point, none. Only because I have no idea how to use it.
There you go. So there,
Which
no
is
artificial
fine.
ingredients.
Yeah,
There you go.
there's
No
anything.
AI.
But on back on production. I mean, I guess my main thing is that I added the videos or the images that I get based on not just good lighting and an angle, but really you showing up in the image. How much did you show up in the image? And that's the image that really will work for you. Then I retouch images by myself. I don't outsource it to anyone. And the reason I don't do that is I've actually tried doing that, and people don't understand faces, and they weren't there. They don't feel you. Sorry, everything is feel with me, but it is what it is. I'm actually not sorry about it. That's what makes it work. When you feel a person and you see what their emotion was at the moment of shooting, you can then reflect that to others. You can transfer it for them, and that makes a big difference. That's the difference, is that you look like yourself, and people feel like, wow, this is there's something good about this person. I want to meet them. That's the bottom line. You have to look like yourself.
Yeah. In the age of digital, is anybody purchasing prints, and is that even an option with you?
It's not an option with me. I don't do prints, but there's tons of options out there. Like you can literally upload your file to a million websites where they can give you canvas, a metal print. They can mount it for you. They ship it to you ready to put on the wall. I mean, there's like endless opportunity for that kind of stuff. And some people do their own, and it's just like anybody else. People they produce what they like. My thing is that I just love spending time shooting with you and looking at what we got, and you saying, "Man, this looks like the best version of me." Like when I see myself in the mirror, this is what I've heard from clients. They're like, like when you look in the mirror and you see yourself and you look good, and you like never get a picture like that. Those are the pictures I give you, the pictures that you like love, and more than a few. You don't get 2 pictures when you shoot with me. That is the difference. You get, on average, 50 to hundreds sometimes. It depends how much time we spend together. You get overwhelming amount of stuff that actually people are like, I don't need that many. Just don't make that many. And I'm like, well, they're there for you, just in case.
That's good. Are you delivering, I guess, on some kind of cloud drive, or are you giving me a media? How is the delivery? So we do a shoot.
We transfer, baby.
We transfer.
Yeah, we
Okay,
transfer,
that's easy.
and like
Right on the
USB,
internet.
it depends, like I want to say like some people are like, they don't want to come back. They just want the files. But honestly, sitting down and looking at the files together, you're actually losing out on something when you're not doing that with your photographer, because the choices you make, final choices you choose, might not be the most powerful, the most impactful, the right images sometimes that if you discuss it with a photographer, especially someone who's had extensive experience in editing and picking things that work, and someone who can see you outside of you, that external opinion definitely helps. So I recommend coming back to see your photographer and sitting with them if they offer it. It's something I offer. I like doing this. So yeah.
That's fun. So before we end this, can you give our audience one genius tip or one genius piece of advice when it comes to doing photography or hiring a photographer specifically?
A genius advice. There's like so many. I don't know. Like what? Well, number one thing is know your rights. That's a genius advice. When you are hiring a photographer, videographer, anyone who's producing an image of you, just know that if they're behind the camera, you automatically don't own the image, even if you pay for it. And I can't stress that enough. Please Google it, contact a lawyer, whatever you need to do. Discuss what your rights are when you get your images up front. Before you start shooting, before you pay, before you sign an agreement, it should be a part of your agreement where it says you get that many images and this is how you can use them. You're getting a license from a photographer / videographer or whoever else to use these images for specific things. For example, if you decided to book someone for dating photography, you're getting dating photography images. If you then decide you love this image and you want to put it on a book, you got to go back to that photographer and you have to negotiate with them based on what you're going to do with this image. And the warning is, it's an internet. People will see the image online in 2 seconds, and that is a very serious crime to actually use an image without copyright. So get your copyright straight. That's my advice.
Okay, so what question should I ask? So before we book a shoot, even if it's online with an online photographer, is that something that you have during the email correspondence, or is that something you should have?
We talk about it, and then I put an agreement together based on what you need. So when people, don't be deceiving with photographers, don't be deceiving with, be honest about everything. Let's stay in a positive. Be honest up front, and because it doesn't lead to anything good if you are dishonest. So if you need a headshot for your website, which is a business website, you have to say, I need a business headshot. So that person can price it accordingly. And then you're going to say, this headshot is going to be on my website. It's going to be on my brochures. It's going to be on a billboard in my town. All of that has to be disclosed before you make an agreement for a photo shoot. Because let's say the photographer did this for you, and you just said, oh, it's just going to be online. It's a small thing, but I'm not promoting it. It's just going to be my portfolio, whatever, something. And then that person's driving by, and then there's a giant, billboard of you with their image. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. You don't want to do that. And the chances are they're going to win because the copyright belongs to the photographer automatically firsthand. So yeah, be smart about it, and don't ruin a good relationship in the beginning. Start off the right way and just set things up. Be honest, and everything is going to work out. Chances are they're going to give you a good deal. They're going to work out. They're going to make it work for you. Whatever it is. Just be real. Be honest.
Okay. So the tip was check your usage rights before you get that booking.
Know exactly what you're paying for. Exactly what you're paying for.
All right. So I'm glad our audience got to meet you and get a little bit more background on you.
My pleasure.
And I appreciate you coming out today.
Yeah. If you have any questions, please reach out on the phone. I'll be very happy to answer any questions you have. Looking forward to working with you. Thank you.